Good morning, children, and welcome to all of you in online classes. Dear students, yesterday we discussed about invitation. In that, I have told you about formal invitation and informal invitation. I have sent you the sample of both formal and informal invitations. I think, dear children, you have understood. And today, dear children, I am going to discuss and teach you a very important topic of your writing skill, of your writing portion. Or it is not a short composition, it is a long composition. Or the topic is article writing. Dear children, article writing is a very important writing portion of your syllabus. One question of 10 marks will surely and certainly come in your board exam. And so for that I want to tell you how the marks are distributed in that article writing. So, dear children, total marks is 10 and it is 1 plus 4 plus 5. 1 marks for the format. In that you will write the title of the topic or heading of the topic and with the writer's name. Or second one is second point is content and it is of 4 marks. Means when the examiner evaluates your copy, so he keeps these things in his mind while evaluating your copies. So you have to be very attentive on these points. So your format should be absolutely correct and writer's name should be also there. For that you will get 1 mark and 4 marks for content which you have written, whether the content is relevant or not, whether the content is correct or not. So for that 4 marks you will get, and 5 marks, my dear children, for expression, in that fluency, accuracy, grammatical mistake, all these things will be counted. Or if you are writing your article keeping in your minds all these points, so you will surely and certainly get full marks. Maximum chances to get 9.5 or 10 if you are writing correctly and accurately. So dear children, for writing article I want to tell you some important points. You must know certain points while you are going to write an article. Writing an article is a quite challenging. It is not an easy task, because writing article requires a high degree creativity. It requires a good vocabulary or word power. It also requires the ability to organize the sentences systematically. If you are having such ability, if you have good word power, if you are having ability to organize the sentences systematically, or if you are of creative mind and you have ability to form the sentences, so you will be successful in writing a good article and correct article. I want to tell you certain important points. Dear children, while writing and preparing the article, you must keep these points in your mind. First, give title that catches the attention of the reader. Means your title or heading, it should be very attractive. It should be eye-catching. It should attract the attention of the readers. Such good title, accurate title, exact title you have to write. So give title that catches the attention of the reader. Or one more important thing, after writing the title, then below that you have to write the writer's name also, who is writing the article. That is also important. Just below. In some books and in some places, name is written at the bottom also, or in some books and some places, name is written just below the title or heading. But you have to write just below. First point. Second point, begin with the striking opening sentences which addresses the reader. Dear children, your beginning should be very, very impressive. It should impress the readers. So beginning should be very, very good, very impressive. You may use a quotation also that suit to that topic. Second point. Third point, introduce a new point at the beginning of each paragraph. Your article will be in different paragraphs. So whenever you are going to introduce next a new paragraph, so you should, dear children, you should introduce a new point. Suppose in first paragraph you have written about introduction, second point about advantages, third point about disadvantages, fourth point conclusion. So means I'm just giving example. So these points, the same points and the same sentences should not be repeated. Simple and small sentences should be found. Don't try to make big sentences, because in making long sentences you may commit mistake. So it is my advice to you to form simple sentences that should be grammatically correct. Or present strong argument to support your idea with evidence. While you are preparing and writing the article, dear students, you must write some strong points. Suppose if you are writing about the population growth or pollution or whatever, so if you have any data, so you must mention in that. That will help you to make your article impressive and beautiful. Next point, conclude with the strongest point. Your conclusion should be also very strong. Or if you want to give the suggestion, suppose any article is you are writing the article on any suppose problem, on any issue, in that some suggestions are required, so you may give in that. So your conclusion should be also very strong, that also impresses the reader. Or last and important point is remember to proofread and edit the writing. Dear children, while you are preparing and writing the article, after the completion of your article, you must read it. Check spelling mistakes. If there is any grammatical mistake, you may correct. You may edit. That is the way to write the article, or it is the way to get the good marks. Dear children, I am going to tell you one article. With that you will be able to understand. Dear students, we have discussed important points for writing an article. I am giving you one example, or on that topic we have to discuss today. The topic for discussion is privatization of electricity. So first of all, topic is written on the top, or just below the writer's name you have to write. In your question, any name can be given, so that you have to write. By XYZ I have written here. So dear children, as our topic is privatization of electricity, so we have to discuss on that only. Privatization of electricity means to give the responsibility of electricity department in hand of any private company, any private institution like Tata, Birla, Reliance, etc. Dear students, presently our electricity department is in hand of government. It is handled by our government. But if there will be privatization of electricity, then this particular department, electricity, will be in hand of any private authority, any private institution, any private company. As we know, every coin has its two faces. Means if there are some advantages and some disadvantages also. In the same way, this privatization of electricity has some advantages also and some disadvantages also. So first of all, I want to tell you about the advantages which we will get after the privatization of electricity. dear students, after the privatization of electricity, the first benefit which we will get, that we will get 24 hours electricity. First benefit. Our second, private companies which will take the responsibility of our electricity department, they will set up electronic digital meter in all the houses. So after restoration of digital electric meter, there will be no chance of cheating. There will be accurate and correct reading. A third benefit will be there, that they will place all the wires under the ground. Means there will be underground wire system. Or when all the wires will be placed underground, so after that, dear children, there will be no chance of short circuit. There will not be any suppose problem, as it is seen that many cases are found of short circuit. So after placing the wires under the ground, there will be no short circuit. Or poles and wires will be removed from the both sides of the roads, as we are saying, or they have occupied enough space also. So it is difficult for us. Difficulty in transportation. So after removing these poles and wires, the road will be wide also. Or there will be sufficient space on both sides of the roads, so there will be no problem of traffic jam, or less problem will be there. Smooth transportation system will be there. And so these are the advantages: 24-hour electricity, electronic digital meter, underground wire system, and poles and wires will be removed, enough space on both sides of the road, and transportation will be easy. But with advantages we will face some disadvantages, some problems also. After the privatization of electricity, dear children, the rate of electricity will be very, very high. Nowadays, we are getting, there are three rate policies of government. Maximum rate for the industrial area, less than that for urban area, or lowest rate for the rural areas, for our farmers and village people. But after the privatization of electricity, the rate of electricity will be very high, or there will be equal rate in urban areas also and in village areas also. As we know that in our country more than 70% population lives in village areas, they are engaged in agriculture work. So if this electricity rate will be increased. So how they will manage? Industrialist will manage the rate of increased rate by increasing the rate of his goods. But how the common man, how the farmer, how the village people, how they will manage? So after discussing on both the points, we have reached at conclusion, dear children, we must stop stealing electricity. Otherwise, government will give the responsibility of this electricity department to any private company, to any private institution. So, stop stealing electricity and avoid privatization. Thank you, dear children.